have to expose it. Or is it there to hide? You have to, if you really want to set yourself free from the terrible things that he does to you or is doing to you, you end up opening up, because certainly that even though he claimed to be your father, the things he is doing reveals that he is not your father. He's not qualified to be your father, because you then have every right then to reject him or her if he does not play the role or the guardianship well to your embracement, or to the normal sense of embracement, to show his humane state or his caring state, that he's truly flesh and blood, and that your pain is his pain and his pain is your pain. You share that bond. If you share that bond, then you expect him to demonstrate. If he cannot demonstrate those things, you cannot accept him as your father. He may be your truly paternal or maternal father, or blood related, whatever, but you can still reject him, because at the end of the day, you are an individual. You have your unique self. If you encourage something which is bad, actions, maybe that parent or your father or your guardian at that instant is having some trigger problem. He's being triggered wrongly in his brain. Something is happening to him, and you are leaving yourself in the state of fear, of love towards your father, and that even if he's putting knife into your throat, you are accepting that for him to kill you. And maybe he's doing it and telling you God is inspiring him, or that inspires him, and maybe he's mentally getting sick or crazy. It is your responsibility. If you're a child and you are capable of, escaping such a situation, a scenario from happening to you, you have to do that. You have to do that. Before they know, they'll realize that, oh, this boy was right. I mean, he's his father, and people were saying that why was he so stubborn to his father? His father asked you to do something, you're not doing that. My father was treating me in a terrible situation that I realized that as a normal father, he will not do that. And so I saw that my father was getting crazy, not necessarily, being normal. But if you mistaken or you made love overweigh the whole decision making, then you will find yourself that at some point your father is capable of becoming crazy like any other person. He's a human being. He is capable of falling into a state that you probably will not be aware, and your life to be in danger. Your mother, the same thing. Because we are human beings, and we have faults that comes to us. We have illnesses that attack us. We have so many things that happen to us, spiritually or physically. So everybody has the responsibility to expose the evil things. Things that are evil. I say sin is something that is evil being done to you. If somebody is doing something evil to you, you can expose that thing. You deal with the person, or you expose it to, or you find ways to escape it. Don't let your love or whatever override certain decisions for your own good, for your own safety. So I say that if God himself, if God is even doing something, what if, but we wouldn't think that the Almighty God can go off key and do something wrong. But in this book, as we are reading where God is doing things and is regretting. In the time of Noah, he was destroying the world, and God is regretting and regretting. If God regrets something, someone will justify and say it doesn't necessarily mean that what he did was wrong. Of course, if God did something, that's what you are trying to say. But I don't think along that line. What I'm thinking here, and what I expect you to also think or consider, is that God does not do something wrong. Of course, that is what it's supposed to be. But if God himself regrets something that he did, then that thing that he did was wrong. It was not meant to be done. That is why he's regretting it. So God did not consider carefully before he did what he did. The idea of killing all people and putting water to wash everything away. That means God did not consider those things. And it is not me presenting it. It is presented in the Bible. Watch the videos. I've quoted them for you. You see, when you take YouTube, I enjoy YouTube a lot. I see things. When things flash my eyes, I try to point through and watch. YouTube is a place where you can see all these things coming up. Things that you might not consider. But if you get flash into these things, just browse, go through, take a minute out. Get a gist of it. Because as I think God is I see God in a unique and dynamic personality. It's not like God cannot be attributed to all these things that we see. There are things that really prove that it is not God. It is not God. It is not Jehovah. It could be Jehovah. It could be God. We are saying we have gods and we have God. We're talking in the sense of the ultimate God. Remember that. If there are other spirits and other gods or angels, and they maybe the fallen angels are pretending to be God, and they are using all means, taking over the man's life. And we've known even in the Bible that there were times in historical times where angels, spirits take over the man form and slept with even women, have children, and their children were, and all these things they were doing. God was even angry with them. But God did not attack them or destroy them or kill them or took them out of the way. That was my question also. I mean, what can I do here today if the same thing is happening? If the spirits have got that liberty to do as they so please, sin and do all those things, and we will be considered, or will be condemned as the sinners, then I don't know what it is that is happening. Because a man is merely a man considered in the Bible, and is like a clay, or a man is not, and if a man is that kind of person, not have limitation of knowing or understanding things and knowing God and all that, and yet man is accused of sin, I ask myself, what book was a man born with when he was being born from a womb, that came along with you or me or anybody, that tells us the way to live life? There isn't any book like that. There is nothing. You get born, when you're born, you come just like that. And it's only the society, the parents, the guardians you have that feed you with the language you speak, feed you with the knowledge that you acquire, the institution you get into feed you with all the things that you have to be fed with. Even the idea of knowing of a God comes along the same line. You didn't come with any knowledge. Your knowledge was blank. It was blank at that time. When a baby is born, that knowledge is blank. He has the freedom to do anything. He even has the freedom to touch fire. He has the freedom to touch fire. A child has got the freedom. He feels that he has to touch everything, to do as he so please. There is no limit as to what a child should do or can do. There is no limitations. It is the guide that is around the child that limits the child, and it is that same guide that feeds the child with information and food. It is the same guide that the child emulates, the child sort of imitates in so many ways. So you have the image you may carry, your personal nature, you may throw it away, you may lost it, you may, it may be whatever, but at the end of the day, you will pick up the activities of life, what you have met, what people have created it to be, how people have accepted it to be through generations, how people believe that things work or how things should be done, and you'll be inculcated. It will be fixed into your brains, in you, and turn your nature to be as it is acceptable in life. So you will be changed. You will become new. You will be changed. Sorry, excuse me. You will be changed. You will become new, and you will then have a life through that. That is what I'm saying. That change is what makes us have these issues. That change makes us make our decisions. That change and make us become the person that we are. There is no doubt about that. It comes through the same channels of culture, religion. You may definitely be along or come along from that side, but the through you was an empty baby, an empty shell, nothing but free will to do as you so please. To touch fire without fear, without anything, unless the fire burn you. Even if it burn you, you will touch again. And the child doesn't even know that the fire is burning. He will feel the pain and he will cry, but he will not move his hand away. Unless you move the child away or move the hand away or put fire off. That is how a child is. Vulnerable, empty, and maybe you use the word stupid or foolish, whichever way, but not necessarily. He's not consciously aware of his state, so he's not really stupid or foolish.